friends, it's me, noted children's author and roustabout by himself, R.L. Stine. On this episode of the program Nsfw show, which reminds me quite a lot of the third Goosebumps tome I wrote. It was called The Lonely House. Well, we're joined by Jonathan Strickland, and we play a game called Blitz Quiz, and we meet a comely young lass by the name of Irma Gurd. Crack open a bottle of port and poorly roll yourself a blunt. I'm by myself, and this is Nsfw show. I'm R.L. Stine.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 146, recorded on September 25th, 2012. Blitz Quiz.
Bob, come here. Bob! Bob! Jesus, Bob, you dickhead.
And just like that, that means it is go time for NSFW, the new show full of win, the new sauce for the web, and it's the show that is nominally safe for work. Howdy, folks. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in studio. You are joined by my BFS, Mr. Justin Robert Rubles III. What's going on, Professor JRY?
Hi, this is the all onomatopoeia edition of NSFW show. Woo! And I would like to introduce you guys to our big new guest. Ding dong! It's none other than Jonathan Strickland of How Stuff Works. How you doing, Jonathan Strickland?
Bloop. That's what we call a callback.
That's good. That'll be good for all the listeners who didn't catch the pre-show. All right, look, first of all, you guys got to realize this is a very special episode of NSFW because Justin is full-on hallucinating and sick as donkey balls. He's got a fever, and the only cure is more idiocy. That's why he's all the way up here for NSFW. We started 30 minutes late, and that's the reason that we are joined by the fantastic Jonathan Strickland, who not only writes for HowStuffWorks.com, but most importantly, has a Kickstarter that he's working on right now. Why don't you tell the nice people about what your project is about?
Yeah, sure. My Kickstarter is for a web series that I created. Well, the original format of this I created back in 1999, but it's a superhero comedy series called Mildly Exciting Tales of Astonishment, or META. And it's all about superheroes and supervillains who are quite good at battling one another, but then when it comes to the random crappy BS that we all have to deal with day to day, they're just as inept as the rest of us. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I had a great time shooting the pilot, and the pilot is actually attached to the Kickstarter video. So if you go to the page and you watch that video, the first half is me talking, but the second half is the actual pilot. And if you skip ahead, you'll actually see we had some really good work. I mean, the video work and the audio work on it. I know I talk for a while. You got to go pretty far.
But you're really good at talking. That's the good news.
There you go.
Like some people got confused and thought that the Kickstarter video itself of you talking was the first episode, and they were very excited.
And you know, if they want more of that, then they can pay me the $10,000, and I'll be happy to sit in front of a camera and talk for 15 more episodes.
If people are looking for it, where do they go on Kickstarter to support your awesome venture?
Well, the best thing is to do the search for Mildly Exciting Tales of Astonishment, because of course with Kickstarter, every project has this long numeric identifier that's included with the URL. But yeah, so you can check it out there. You can follow me on Twitter or Google+, or even Facebook. So John Strickland on Twitter. I'm, of course, messaging it out all the time. And so far, I mean, we've had a great response. You saw there's $2,000 toward the $10,000 goal already. And it has not yet been quite 12 hours since I launched. So
are you optimistic? You feel like it's going to happen?
I'm cautiously optimistic because I do know having podcasted and written about Kickstarter, that in general, the first day or two tends to have a lot of activity, and then it sharply drops off until you get toward the end of the campaign. And then everyone says, oh crap, that thing I wanted to see happen may not happen because they're still $2,500 out from their goal. And then you see a lot of activity toward the end again.
Right.
So,
man.
But yeah, I'm really hopeful. I've got some great people who have really put a lot of effort into it. The performers are fantastic. So if it does not fund, I think actually I'm okay with that, because the other side of funding is finding out whether or not you have an audience for the thing you created. And if the thing I created goes out there and no one watches it, why would I waste all that time of all those talented people when they could be doing something else that people actually watch?
Absolutely,
Well,
man.
I'll tell you what, man, it looks really, really good. I very much enjoy the Kickstarter video, so I encourage everybody, and do me a favor, someone down there in the chat realm, why don't you guys go ahead, get your tin horns out, and make up a little bit.ly link that we can easily toss around here so we can get this thing rocking and rolling. But let's give Meta a good, healthy cash infusion.
Oh, I'd love it, man. Yeah, and I mean, I've got some... Really, honestly, I've got some actors in Atlanta who have been recently featured in things like the film VHS, which was just released on iTunes, but it's coming out in theaters as well. I've got a guy who was in that. I've got people who have been in other independent films like The Signal who are working on this. I've got a lot of people who are up-and-coming names in Atlanta theater. And then occasionally this bald guy shows up in the background to be random victim number 8. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, if you want a simple way to head on over and support it, go to http://is.gd/Strickland. That's Strickland, and support our buddy Jonathan Strickland. Thank you very much to T2T2 for that URL.
Just think, is goddamn Strickland.
There we go.
When you want to get that link in your head, is.gd/Strickland.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right, look, Justin, I'm sorry. Look, here's the thing. I'm sorry.
No, I don't accept your apology.
All right, well then screw you. And
No,
screw you. And screw
I
you.
won't allow it. This is
Okay.
my new character, stymies conversation, but has nowhere else to go, guy.
I think I might have performed improv with you at some point.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, if you'll allow me to move
Brian!
it. God damn it.
Stop asking permission, Brian. It's better to just go and ask for forgiveness.
Go
afterward.
ahead. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
This is when I regret giving Chad control of the show. So I can't just mute you right now. All right, so here's the thing. Justin, I don't know if you noticed this, but on our show, we create a lot of characters, right? Problem.
Woo! I don't know what you're talking about. We only do 2 things on this show.
So we create a lot of characters, but the problem is they're all caricatures and none of them exist and live beyond the show. For example, we were riffing right before the show and we sort of flapped our gums and we made jokes about some kind of American Japanese-inspired game show that was a mashup of Anal Insertion and Pearl Harbor, and we called it Anal Harbor.
Yeah.
And before we knew it, we had this Photoshop here,
Wow.
which was fantastic.
I'll tell you what. That's a day that will live in infamy.
Yep.
But the point is, nobody's going to believe this is a real thing. This is hilarious.
No. For everybody listening to this one, that's definitely a pert buttocks poking out of Pearl Harbor and emanating the smoke that was caused by the tragedy for which entered the United States into World War II.
So the point is, like, what if we could use our ability, our as somebody once called it, the NSFW wetware botnet, to create not so much a caricature that would be the punchline of a bunch of jokes, but an actual virtual being, somebody who had an entire backstory, somebody who had a Facebook, somebody who had a Twitter account, somebody who had a clout score bigger than our own clout scores, somebody who started to get other people excited to follow his tweets for his insights, somebody who even would be quoted in, or maybe even show up. Maybe you would have physical actors pretending to be this person who would show up as expert witnesses on MSNBC.
In major court cases.
Yes, exactly.
He would eventually
right?
become part of the Federal Reserve.
Exactly.
Control monetary policy.
Perhaps ambassador to France. I mean,
Exactly. Or Libya. I hear that job's open.
What I'm saying is,
Too soon, John. Jesus Christ. This is a family show.
I don't know where this ends up, but the idea is, what if we as a team come together and we create a virtual person? This will be like a sleeper cell, somebody that everybody in chat realm has access to and can contribute to, whether it's his LinkedIn profile. I mean, I'm serious. Let's get this guy. Let's start having this guy do video blogs or whatever. Like we won't show his face, but somebody can start putting together art under his name to where this guy has a virtual presence bigger than any one of us and is more popular than any one of us. But the purpose is, at some moment, we detonate this bomb. At some moment, we have a full-on meltdown, and we want to see if it's possible how fast somebody can go from like 20,000 followers on Twitter down to 0 followers. Like what? Whether it's like selfish crap or self-aggrandizing stuff, or maybe
we don't know. I mean, I guess the point is we don't. Not even Anal Harbor, not even in the wake of Anal Harbor, do we know what we're going to do with this person, right? We just know we want to create a Cylon. We want to create a creature built of our Borg that is a person. We want to create they have a name and a history and a backstory, and that they are relevant, and they stay as a sleeper cell until one day we need them.
Hang on. Somebody in the chat room was smarter than either of us, because we spent like an hour talking about this earlier.
By the way, hold on. Daphne Games just responded in the chat room. That's a great idea.
All right. So somebody in the chat said, so we're making Peter Wiggin. And if you've ever read the Ender's Game series, you know that Peter Wiggin and his sister Valentine Wiggin actually created false personalities that they used to manipulate the public to drive public policy. And yes, that is exactly what we want to see if we can do it in real life. And unrelatedly, I just have received 2 people indicating that they just awarded me clout on kidneys. I don't know. Nice. I gave Ashwood a +K on kidney in clout, but that's just it, right? We got to picture what this person is, and all of us will conspire to game clout, because the thing that clout responds to is people like if somebody on Twitter says something and then thousands of people reply to that one thing, clout assumes that you're super popular and super influential. And likewise, if somebody tweets one thing and then everybody retweets it, it thinks the same thing. Yeah, it's a ripple effect. It's same thing with favoriting. And then the nice thing is that you can also drive up that clout score by having this person or identity written about in other forms. So not just through social networking, they're also looking at other things outside the social network now. So you get something that is where you can scam some legitimate news sources, or you get an article in. The real key would be getting a great Wikipedia article, but those are tricky because those editors just get so they will jump on something as soon as they sniff out that it's a fake.
And boy, are they good sniffers.
Hold on.
Yeah, they are.
Like, how many of, like, is there more of us or are there more of them? Like, if enough people say it's more than a person, it's an idea, and nobody knows who runs this account.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
but it'll be said as that. So but there's a lot of soft underbelly to this, and I intend on tickling it. Come on, underbelly. I want to get my tickling hands on. Let's go ahead and create a thing. All right, so we need a name.
So real quick, I should point out, like right here, you could see that the Facebook pages right now, I don't have I only have a page up, so like virtually none of Facebook pays attention to my page, but like Twitter is 81%, but Google is like nothing, like 5% of my score is from Google Plus, and then meanwhile 10% is from Wikipedia. So we got to hit on all fronts. This person should also have, I guess, what else? A YouTube account, an Instagram account. I don't even know what this one is. What is this? Tumblr. Should have a Tumblr
Yep.
account.
Every day
Should
I'm
have
tumbling.
This is Andy Kaufman level stuff. I'm really impressed already.
Oh, don't worry. We've yet to fail spectacularly here, John. That's really where things kind of come to the old coup de Gracie.
That's excellent. I'm glad, because if you succeed, I'm on the verge of something truly amazing. And if you fail, then that's the first, and I got to be here when it happened.
Okay, so let's first of all agree on what this entity, whatever this entity is, it should be something that everybody in chat realm could contribute to very easily.
Okay,
right?
can I toss something out here?
What do you got?
Let's say like it's an understood like pseudonym. So even people from the outside that know that this is probably not this person's real name, but they're very influential because of what they say and the insights they have.
Right. So it should be like a fake, like Emmanuel Goldstein from 1984, that kind of thing.
Sure. I don't so much read books, but that sounds great. So yeah, no, but yeah, let's say, so maybe even it's like a Twitter account or everything is branded under something that isn't a real name.
What about Robert Paulson, the eponymous character from Fight Club? His name is Robert Paulson.
I feel like it should be maybe its own, like, I feel like he should be blazing his own trail.
Who is John Galt?
Well, all right, Chad wants us to go with an Ayn Rand reference. We could do that. And I think that might be a little hot button.
Oh, hold on. Leon suggested, what if we called him Dr. Charles Triplett, who was the king of diamonds in the mind control scam from Scam School? Because remember there was like Professor Edgar Doubleday or whatever. Do you remember all that?
Oh yeah, because you made all the fake things, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean that would already have, I guess, a certain cachet, right? But wouldn't people be able to track it back to that as fake, or would they? I mean, would CJ be the face of it then?
Oh my God. I wonder, I could call CJ and he could maybe volunteer to do it.
Well, but we're only looking for a face, right? Or do we want a face? Do we want a face?
Other options, we've got Lana Janko in the chat room.
Lana Janko is very pissed off at me, probably still.
Have you looked up Lana Janko to find out if she's pissed?
I mean, that was like she'd be a real thing. So we'd be speaking in the voice. Something. All right. So it's like a voice modulator, right? It's like sometimes, like if I, as a raspy voice, like spoke into a thing that gave me a high voice, that would be silly. It'd be very funny if we had all of chat realm talking in the voice of a 14-year-old girl.
So essentially, you're looking at forming the Borg, and then they speak as a 14-year-old girl.
Yes. Well, remember, the Borg exists. Like,
okay. Now, keep in mind, all of this is going to be self-organized. So what if it's the kind of thing where it's like chat realm writes these these screeds, these monologues, and then we just find some girl who's willing to record them and she handles the YouTube side of things. Then meanwhile, other people give her biting, incisive observations on the Twitter account, and then other people blog stuff on her behalf.
Yeah, this doesn't sound familiar at all. I can't think of anyone who's ever done this.
Are you talking about the lonely girl?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's starting to sound like.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
but that was like they had a plan for that. We're idiots.
Okay, so all right, so clearly without the plan, it's a winner.
Well, it's enough to not get us sued.
What if
How about we call him Kinda Has Some Friends Girl 11?
What if we took an existing asset? What if we wrap this all around Jackie Hearn? It's like the idea is to give a person, a real personality, somebody who by all accounts appears to actually exist, somebody who could theoretically show up on ballots for elections. Somebody shows.
All I see in the chat realm is we're doing this whole conversation about who this person would be, what kind of specialty they would speak in, and efink_G4 just adds, and with big boobies.
Now, here's the problem.
I mean, it's not so bad. Maybe. I'm just thinking we had a little big boobies. I'm just saying.
All right. So it's someone's grandma who is like current, is what Artanis says in the chat room. Like maybe a hip granny might be a fun character for us to all write for.
Okay, I feel like we need to start nailing down broad strokes and let's just go from there. So right now we have the universe. Let's pick half the universe and then we'll go from there. So let's just say half the universe, male or female. John, what do you think?
I say female. I mean,
Female.
we're talking about getting someone who would theoretically be more popular and have higher clout scores than we do.
I'll
Female.
tell you what, take a look at this right there. If the chat realm is any individual, we got one vote for a tranny. Everyone else is female.
Sure. All right. Well, we'll take all that under control. I think I'd vote female too, so Brian's vote's irrelevant.
Yes.
All right. Now, I guess, do we do subject matter or is there something broader that we could use to even narrow it down from that?
Do we want to go with like I feel like if it's going to be built into it that it's that it's pseudonym, if we want to forgive a pseudonym, it almost definitely should be a woman who feels trapped in her current position. Somebody who's maybe trapped in a domestic relationship and doesn't feel like her husband gets her at all, and that's why she blogs and makes videos.
Okay, what if it's somebody who just got broken up with because she found out on her iPhone app that her boyfriend had married someone behind her back, and then she goes off and sleeps with everybody. Yeah,
she just bangs everyone.
Bangs everybody, okay? And then the big culmination is we have everybody else write a book. We hoard all the cash like Daffy Duck, sit on top of it and laugh about it, and then come up with another scheme completely unconnected months later that reflects back on it.
Should we, so you're saying it should be Brianna Young?
Brianna Young. No, I don't think it should be that. But I do think that a female who's got a lot of issues is a bankable thing. People like to pay attention to those people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So who should it be then? Wendy Fern.
Irma Gurd.
Irma Gurd.
I kind of love the name Irma Gurd.
I kind of like Irma Gurd too.
Shoot, should we actually create a chick named Irma Gurd?
Irma Gurd. Dude, imagine. All right, so Irma Gurd. Can someone find at Irma Gurd on Twitter? Can we lock that one down?
One of the issues she has is that her name has become an internet meme joke.
Oh no! Like that'll be clearly what she did. Like whoever this person is, this is her pseudonym that she can't possibly post these things in real life because she's afraid of her husband finding out for reasons X, Y, or Z. But like we just need to write all the backstory to this. But I love Irma Gurd. I like maybe IRMA GERD.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get hilarious with the spelling here.
IRMA GERD is what I want to say.
Gurd.
Somebody's already created a fake account involving the real face of Irma Gurd. There she is. Can you zoom in any tighter on that?
No, do we need to?
Yes.
See, now, I would guess that this Twitter account was made possibly 4 milliseconds after the meme launched.
Irma Gurd.
I'll tell you what, I remember reading those books. Those are some dope books.
Yeah, man.
There's
She's excited.
There's burps.
It's goosebumps. Irma Gurd.
Old R.L. Stine. What do you know what R.L. Stine's doing now? Probably like in his hot tub rolling a blunt.
He probably is, man. It's like he already won at life. He just sits back and
Dude, he's just pouring. This is what he does. R.L. Stine just sits back and he's like in his hot tub. No one's with him. He's alone. I don't know why, but he's alone because he's a mysterious man. And he pours himself a glass of port and then pours the rest of the bottle on his head. And that's just his pleasure. That's just what he does. And he just looks in the sky and says, "I'm R.L. Stine and I don't care." And then drinks a sip of it and then pours the rest of it on his head.
See, this is interesting.
Yeah.
My dad wrote a whole bunch of books, the Are You Afraid of the Dark series, as well as the John Belair series. He took that over after Belair's died.
Yeah.
And dad doesn't sit in hot tubs and drink port, but he does have cherubs anoint his feet with grapeseed oil on every night. So it's
Great. Hey,
So that's
by the
good.
way, we just got contacted by somebody who wants to know what the hell do we want. It's Irma Gurd, IMRGERD underscore Gurd on Twitter. Do we like this one?
I like Irma Gurd. Now we need to talk about how, I guess, it's going to be up to chat realm what she talks about. Because I think if we try to get too specific about exactly what we want Irma to speak on, then it will not work because people will kind of be like, well, I ain't got nothing to say about Blurg, so I'm going to not talk about it. So how about we come up with, like, where's the silo? I want a place where all of chat realm can toss ideas and tweets and hilarious things to Irma Gurd, and then Irma Gurd can tweet it out. We'll all follow Irma, and we'll blow it up.
We'll retweet anything she says that's funny, or at the very least, because keep in mind, one of the things that Clout looks for, it does pay attention about stuff like retweets, but also it pays attention to engagement. So anytime, no matter how innocuous, whatever it is Irma Gurd says, everybody needs to drop what they're saying and ask something like, oh, wow, what do you think about that? Like freaking, I almost won the belt just then. But like freaking.
Can you please really win the belt, though? Say what you were going to say. Curse on air.
No.
Why not? And go.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Nope.
I tried.
No. All right. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I got this totally other separate email here that says, if you don't want underscores, we've got Irma Gurd. IRMAGURD. All one.
Irma Gurd. Irma Gurd is great. Man, I want to name my child Irma Gurd.
Irma Gurd. We got a photo here.
Hello. Yes, this is Irma Gurd. Hello.
Yes, that woman right there has massive clout score written all over her.
Dude, she's got so much clout. She abuses the neighbors with her clout. They don't even know what's going on. She's driving down the street in her 91 Pontiac and just throwing clout out her window. Like she was some sort of plutocrat.
Oh my God. Princess
Meanwhile,
Dagger.
R.L. Stine can be echoing off the canyons.
As a girl, I volunteered to do whatever is needed to make Irma Gurd a reality. So we have the voice of Irma Gurd. This is great.
Princess, I've never seen Princess Dagger before.
I'll tell you what, maybe it's Gurdception right now. It's another Irma Gurd in our Irma Gurd plan.
All right. I'm always excited because I always assume that we have 1.5 women watching at any given time. So I'm always glad to find out that, like Buckingham Palace, they've rotated. And now there's
Good
a new
news. We have right in here, we have validation from Ira Sockman. He vouches for Irma Gurd, saying that she was a client of his.
Yeah, Irma Gurd. She was a very nice client of mine. Pretend I'm not here.
I can't speak specifically about the nature of her unfortunate legal situation. However, I do wish the best for both of you.
Also, I just got a call from R.L. Stine. He says he just doesn't care and bring him more port. Pretend I'm not here.
So we're decided. It's got to be Irma, IRMAGERD, one word, right?
Irma Gurd, one word, and that's her rap line. She just says, "Yo, Irma Gurd, one word." That's the beginning of all of her raps.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think that's one of ours. There's already things here. Irma Gurd. That's, this looks like it was around before. 3 August.
What?
Bullshit.
I feel like that went past the checks away.
All right, hold on. Look, I got to bring in our expert and our part-time vocal stand-in for Irma Gurd.
So, how quickly, Code Monkey X, F you, Irma.
Hold on, Bonnie. Let me hear your best Irma Gurd. She's thinking about it.
Well, I'm just really glad to be here with you guys. Thanks for having me on your show. You know, it's real lonely in my room. I get grounded a lot for wandering around. And
Grounded?
You
Yeah.
sound like Marty McFly's mom in Back to the Future. Oh, Marty.
People are shouting perfect, and then that's the voice of Irma Gurd.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what. I think fake Andrew girlfriend might be the voice of Irma Gurd.
All right, let's hear fake Andrew Maine's girlfriend for Irma Gurd.
Okay, true story. Earlier, I saw my dog like through the front window. I was like, why is my dog running around? And to call him back into the house, I use the fake girlfriend voice.
Yes.
So this is how I call my dog. Sneaker, can you come in, baby girl boy? Come here. Don't run away because I'm pregnant. I don't want to run after you around the whole place.
Irma Gurd.
Okay, so imagine that voice, but saying things that are, at least upon the surface, apparently really profound, and you've got something.
Yeah, no. If we write all this.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Hold on. This all just clicked in my head. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Because, like, there are really successful Twitter accounts that are just tripe, that are just like the dumbest, most recycled, hackneyed crap on the planet. Like,
sure.
And we can, not only can we just steal those, but we can also manufacture them very easily. Like, all you gotta do is just pander to the worst possible, and then I have like the worst cliches ever on any subject, and people will retweet it.
Oh, wait a minute. And we could do it on all platforms immediately. So like if we're going to steal this trite BS from other accounts, it's not that we're just stealing it to retweet it. We also record like a 10-second video that's nothing but Irma Gurd and Bunny reading what the tweet is, and it's just this 9-second thing, and then that becomes its own thing, and then the Facebook thing explodes, and then the video, the graphic on Google Plus explodes.
I mean, here's what I would say to this. Let's focus on what we know. We know Twitter. Let's get the Twitter thing going. Everybody, like, this all just bubbles on participation from what people want to do. So, like, if Bonnie wants to do the stuff as long as she wants to do it, and that's cool, because we control ultimately what's real and what's not. So we just, when something is really cool, we have them link it from that main Twitter page. But Twitter is the fulcrum. That is the center that holds the wheel.
Sure.
That's the first bomb dropped on Anal Harbor.
I was prepared to handle everything except for that part. I'm sorry.
Never forget. Never forget.
Nice callback.
Okay,
Well done.
what's she like? Are we gonna do the old lady, like some old lady, and that's her name is Irma Gurd? And
No, I think there's a very powerful idea that behind that keyboard is a comely lass, a real someone bangable.
I like the idea that it's this little lady that has a lot in common with the youth of America, because you think about shut-in women, and then the lady, and then these protected 14-year-old girls who don't have cars or licenses yet.
we're seeing stuff. People say stuff like 75-year-old Jewish lady, someone bangable. People are saying old ladies can't get mainstream interest out of nowhere. That's a good point. If we're just gonna, it should be like, to be honest, the photo should be not just a pair of tits.
But what if it was a wrinkly pair of tits? What if it was an old lady?
What do you think? That looks good, right? Hold on, let me just give you the photo here.
This frat sucks. This frat sucks. This frat sucks.
No lie, that's me in high school. No, I'm just kidding.
No lie, that was me like 3 years ago. So I've lost some weight since then. But...
Oh my God. We got volunteers. We got other chicks who are calling in trying to join. Yeah, they're auditioning.
All right. Irma number 1. She joins us from Battle Creek, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. Irma number 1.
Well, she wasn't on. She was saying she can Skype. Whoever wants to submit, go ahead and Skype into Skype NSFW show. Because here's the thing. It should be something that everyone should be able to do. So it's like a Tony Clifton thing to where like we can have multiple people doing the voice on
Oh,
there.
no, yeah. I think, and that's why the YouTube thing's going to have to come organically. Because, like, there has to be something that people are buying into with the Twitter stream so they have a responsibility to, not tarnish the shield, as they say.
Speaking of tarnishing the shield, we just got this from our representation here. Ira Sockman says, please, if you wouldn't call it anal harbor and instead call it backdoor coast, pretend I'm not here.
Your Ira Sockman sounds a lot like James Earl Jones. You have a very James Earl Jonesy take on Ira Sockman.
Unfamiliar with that property. I look forward to experiencing more of it, but until then,
is CNN.
Please, if you wouldn't call it anal harbor, call it backdoor coast.
No, you need to. I mean, like, and I'm not going to give you notes here, but you got to Jew it up a little bit more.
Yeah, okay, all right. By the way, this just in from CTMZ breaking. Schwood got implants. There, that's the photo right there.
Now I'll tell you what. Remember that one time that I had the picture with the lady?
tranny.
Yeah. Like, or the lady that was actually a guy, and everyone's like, where'd those boobs come from? I'll tell you what. I think you had some stacked actors right there yourself there, Mr. Man.
Thank you. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with this revelation. I'm not sure what to think about
I
this.
don't know. I'll tell you what. That might be jury's Weebo of the week.
So what about this? What if it's this personality and then like, it's just like there's no face involved. It's just their chest and cleavage, like somehow.
Where is this headed?
Well,
Pull it together,
the
woman.
story,
Come
And
on,
what does James Earl Jones have to say about it?
somehow the cleavage helps to sell the story.
So you're saying that you're like, listen. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, like, look at my eyes. Well, nobody's looking at your eyes.
My eyes are up there.
Okay, I should probably go to bed.
No, it's all right.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Hold on.
Go ahead.
There was a Twitter account that was just eyes up here, mister, or like eyes up here, and the avatar was just a picture balls. Not those. Those are horrifying. Those actually make.
I'm so glad that you're still staying married to me after this meme around this Brian's fake tits.
I'm not going to get graphic here, but looking at that makes Florida secede into Georgia, if you catch my drift.
Hold on, real quick. I think we have somebody calling it to try to perform for us. Hey, caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello, my name is Irma Gurd.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this Irma Gurd?
Hello.
Wow.
How are you this evening?
Hold on. Let me- All right, so Irma Gurd. Irma Gurd. Sorry, what's that, Justin?
I didn't say anything. I was just silently fostering my Woody.
That sounds rather delightful, sir, but I think that's a little wrong to do on the internet.
All right, let me ask you this, Irma. What is your what do you think about the new MySpace? That's a hot topic. Well, what are your thoughts on the new MySpace, Irma?
Well, I'm not sure about my personal space. I mean, my personal space hasn't seen much improvement in quite a while. But I believe if you're referring to the website, I believe it's not that popular anymore. But I don't get out that often, so I'm not entirely sure.
Irma, let me ask. No, is that it? Are we sending Irma off?
No, I mean this is it. God, that we found Irma Gurd. Are you kidding me?
This looks very Irma-esque. I like the Phyllis Diller kind of take she has on the news. Let me ask you one more question, Irma.
Yes, sir.
what do you think of that Kate Upton? She seems very popular with all the gentlemen these days. What is your take on Kate Upton?
I'm not as familiar with Kate Upton, but I am familiar with a young lady named Brianna Young in the Diamond Club. If you haven't read that book, I believe it'd be a very important book for you to read. It keeps me entertained in the bathtub, so I think you should read that instead.
I'll tell you what. In the creativity chart, there's make a funny joke, make a not funny joke, pander to the audience, and that was a great. That was a pro check down. That was a professional check down.
Look, I think this. First of all, Irma, are you committed to helping us with to establish the character of Irma Gurd? I mean, are you willing to record?
And also, can we get the boob picture? Can we get a boob picture instead of the Irma? Oh God, not that one. Oh,
wait, do you think you can find a boob picture on the internet?
I think maybe. I mean, amongst the billions, can we find one? Or maybe that's the image. Maybe that's it. I'm so disgusted. I love it now.
Irma got a bad case of man hands going there.
Maybe it needs to be my hands making it.
You know, do you want, Bonnie, you want to put your hands in there?
I don't want to. My hands are fine, but
people are saying this is a job for Pond 5. If only they were our sponsor this week. Do we have a sponsor, Justin?
No, but we do. Actually, no, we do. We do. Teespring. What is the URL on this, guys? Somebody hit me up.
You're going to go to teespring.com/twit.
All right, now here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there right now, and you're going to say, listen, I'm naked. I have no clothing. I live like a feral animal on the street. All I have is this internet connection and a few shekels in my pocket. Well, God damn it, do I have a great piece of news for you, friend. You can go on over to Teespring, teespring.com/twit, and buy a Twit t-shirt. On the front, you got a very simple Twit logo. On the back, well, God damn it, look at what happened. Someone went and put all the Twit show names together in the pattern of the Twit logo. You'll be walking down the street, and people will be like, hey, who's that cool guy in the Twit t-shirt? And you'll say, well, it's me. I paid $20, and I still don't have any pants. And then you'll shake your bait and tackle at them like you were some kind of Visigoth, and then go about your business, I don't know, playing croquet or filing for a mayoral candidacy. So go on over to teespring.com/twit, get your Twit t-shirt, and by the way, do it now because in 2 weeks they're not gonna sell them anymore, and if you try to buy one, you'll get a kick right in the junk. Somebody will actually kick you in the balls for trying to do this. So go on over there right now, teespring.com/TWIT, and buy one of these t-shirts.
Yeah. Teespring.com/twit.
All right, Bonnie, are you gonna put your hands on his boobs? Because I got some music for it.
Do you?
This is a delicate procedure.
Get rid of the lower third, Brian.
Yeah, get rid of the lower third.
Put your hands on it, baby. Do you wanna touch it? Yes, I do. Put your hands on it, then. Do you wanna touch it? No, I do. Put your hands on it, then. Put your hands on it, then. Put your hands on it.
Squeeze those tits, Bond. Jesus.
So this party just began. Everybody feeling good. A contagious kind of feeling.
No, they're saying lose the shirt. Can we lose the shirt?
Ladies, grab a man. Take your love.
Yes. Wow, those look like actual boobs.
I like how the last joints on her fingers are turning so red from the effort.
This is how babies are made.
Well, that definitely got my heart a pumping there. I think that was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that voice is perfect. So funny.
Holy cow.
Oh.
All right, so what's left to make? It's we got a spelling.
We got a Twitter account. We got an avatar.
Yep.
We got a voice.
People are saying in the chat room, they're going, clap, clap, fap. Clap, clap, fap. What is that? What is that?
You killed Justin.
Jesus. I got the black lung, Pop.
Justin, we said when the canary dies, you get out. You get out.
No, never.
Okay, so and how do you spell it? And we got everybody who has nabbed.
Oh wait. Did we get the real Twitter account, or was there did we get duped?
Yeah, it's IRMAGURD, I believe. Well, we'll see about it. But to be honest, it should just be just a pair of tits, unless somebody wants to put this image of Irma Gurd and R.L. Stine on there together.
I'm R.L. Stine, ladies and gentlemen, and I care not for your opinions. More port!
Your R.L. Stine is just a bad Peter O'Toole. Is that what it is?
No, yes, you've decoded it.
I'm R.L. Stine. You hear me? Creator of Goosebumps.
Every once in a while, I like to bathe myself in the finest port. I remember when I wrote the story, the Goosebumps of the haunted house that was ransacked by a prancing demonic pony. Why? How did I think? Jesus, that's amazing. I smoke many poorly rolled blunts. I'm R.L. Stine, god damn it.
I'm R.L. Stine, sir. IRMAGURD is the Twitter account. We gotta find a better pair of tits for that, man.
No, those are her tits, and that's what she cares about.
No, see, even those previous ones, even the ones with the man hands were better.
Yeah. I didn't realize I was supposed to scrunch up my
Do
fingers.
you know who I am? I'm R.L. Stine. All right.
So how old is our or
Indeterminate. Doesn't matter how old she is. But
okay.
go to Clout and look at every effing network they have on there and create an account for her. And we all need to link it. Whoever our fastest people are, you all get on the same team. You share logins. You put it all on Clout, and we're going to blow this credential through the roof. There's no doubt. What do you say, Irma?
I think that this is just going to be fabulous, and I can't wait for my moment in the sun.
No, show the real picture. Show her picture. That's an internet meme. Show Irma's picture.
Okay.
The way that Irma wants to represent herself online, she deserves to be represented fairly and accurately.
All right. Wait. All right. Here, this.
There we go. Yes.
All right, go ahead. Say it again, Irma.
I think that's actually a very accurate representation of what I have going on. I did like the other picture, Brian, that you did. I think that's a little more accurate.
All right, done and done.
Too bad, Irma. You don't drive this train.
I think there's better pictures. I'm surprised. Well, I guess you can't just go clicking through the links provided.
Well,
That
I
could be
can't. Not
dangerous.
certainly
Yeah.
when we're on the air. You can't type boobs on the
You know,
internet.
buddy, I had a similar conversation with myself when writing Welcome to Dead House, the first Goosebumps novel. Why I said, who will die first, Jimmy or Sally? I played Russian roulette by myself and then poured port down my pants. I'm R.L. Stine.
It's weird. See, in my head, R.L. Stine is a German, so he calls himself R.L. Stein.
Stein!
When I wrote the statue of the creepiness, that was when the Jimmy, he was walking into the woods, and the statue ahead of him comes alive. And it devours his eyes. I'm R.L. Stein.
Then I wrote the booger there's a cougar. I told ancient tale. I got nothing. All right.
You know, Brian, I hit a similar dead end when writing The Haunted Mask, the fourth Goosebumps novel. I remember it well. I fell down my staircase after tripping on a discarded bottle of port. I'm R.L. Stine.
All right.
Warm up the hot tub. Me.
All right. So look, can we move things forward here? Do we
have any time? Did we spend it all with Irma?
I think
Well, no, we got plenty of time. We're going to play Blitz Quiz. We promised we would. First of all, thank you very much, Irma, for joining us. Have a fantastic evening. You are fantastic. You will be called upon when the time is right and when the rest of the elements have come in. Are you ready to perform your duties?
I very much look forward to spending quality time with both of you fine gents.
There it is. That's the photo.
I don't know. I kind of like your tits better.
No.
I kind of, you want to know what? I kind of like, that's a more interesting image.
No.
You know, that Irma reminds me of Slappy the Dummy, who has worked his way into many of my novels. I'm R.L. Stine.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to hang up on Irma. Irma, we'll see more of you later on. Thank you very much. Okay, look, we got time to play our favorite game in the world. We need the folks in the chat realm. Unlike previously, we did not write any of the questions in advance. We did not set up any of our teams in advance. We totally relied on the chat realm for everything. So I'm hoping that the chat realm has a link for us for where the questions are so that we can, okay, be Woogie. I'm not going to put on one of my wife's bras and take a picture of that. That's not going to happen. All right, but we do have a list of questions.
Yeah, where are the questions?
They're in the chat. They're posting them all over the place, and there's a link to where the answers are here. We're gonna play a game of Blitz Quiz. Have you ever seen us play Blitz Quiz there, Jonathan?
No, this is totally new to me.
Okay, now normally we have 2 players at the Quizmaster, but I think we can get away with 3 players. All you and me and Justin playing this thing. The way it works is we have a question and that you have to pick a name from a list at random in order to decide who's going to represent your honor and try to actually answer the question on your behalf. We call them at home, disturbing whatever it is that they're up to, and we demand that they answer the questions to our Blitz Quiz. Any questions?
I have no idea what it was you just said. Let's do it.
Basically, Brian, it's a call-out trivia show. So we call somebody at their house, we yell a question at them, we force them to answer it under great pressure, and you bet on whether or not they will come through or not.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And so we had people beforehand give us their phone numbers to send them into nsfwshow@gmail.com. I am going to open up, I forgot to open up Yahoo Messenger, which is the thing that we use to actually call people. So this will be awkward. I hope that my sign-in still works, which it apparently does, which is good. And who wants to go first? You go ahead and take charge here, Justin.
Okay, so I will have a question here, and I will read it. I'll read all the possible answers. And John, what I want you to do is say yes or no that the person at random we call will know the answer to this question. The question is, in the original Godzilla the Animated Series, created in 1978 by Hanna-Barbera and Toho, Godzilla had a nephew. What was his nephew's name? Is it A, Godzuki, B, Godzilla, C, Gamera, D, Godzilla, E, Gozida?
Yes.
You think that they will know it? Again, these are randomly called people.
I am as confident of this as I have been of anything else today.
Brian, who are we calling?
Our first selection is none other than Kendon Smith. We're calling him right now. We'll get him on the line to participate in our Blitz Quiz. Let's hear it. It says it's calling right now. We are waiting for something to happen. And then we see that it apparently, no, they weren't there. Here, we'll call this person. This person I know will actually be good for it. Hold on. Wait for it. And then I found the
Of course, everybody who plays Blitz Quiz gets a fantastic high five from nobody.
All right, here we go. We're calling Ryan. Ryan on the line. We'll see
Ryan
if we can
on
get
the line.
Waiting. Why is it not ringing? It seems like it should make noise. We're unable to place our call. You know what? I'm going to have to actually pick a different... why don't I do this? I'm actually going to open up my my personal Skype account. Why don't you take a moment to say something?
All right. So here's really the gamesmanship here, John.
Sure. Okay.
Normally what we do is we have current events. So you're kind of betting generally whether or not they follow the news and specifically the various topics, be they politics or pop culture and stuff like this. These are all, from what I'm looking at here, either very geek specific or show specific. So these are all obviously fans of the show. Brian, who are we calling?
We're calling Ryan. We're going to see how it goes. There it is. We got the ring and everything.
Zombie Jesus.
Blitz Quiz.
In the original Godzilla the Animated Series created in 1978 by Hanna-Barbera and Toho, Godzilla had a nephew. What was his nephew's name? A. Gadzuki, B. Godzilla, C. Gamera, D. Godzilla, or E. Godzilla? You have 3 seconds.
Hey, Godsuki.
All right. Well, do you have the answer, Justin?
I forgot to pull up the answer.
Nice. Also, I would like to point out that it's pronounced Gamera.
Yeah, not Gamera. All right. So, okay, people are saying.
Also, the person needs to give me a permission to see it.
All right, Justin, what is it? The answer?
That's the right answer.
That's 1 second. That's one for freaking John Strickland. Well done, sir. All right.
Blender MF, my email is the one that's my name.
All right. So, Justin, can I, for my turn, can I take this quiz to friend of the show and my own brother, Jay Brushwood? I want to call him out of the blue. Can I do that?
Yes, you can. This is our second question. Which of the following is not a song recorded by Old John Smokey? Is it A, Papa Don't Raise No Weasel, B, Further Down the Line, C, Time on the Hill, D, Trolley in the Talbot Park, or E, Smoketown City Junction?
All right, hold on. I actually need to, okay, so let me.
Is it yes or no for the Butter Brother Parquet? Will he know it?
I'm going to say no. There's no way he's going to know this.
It's also trolley, not trolley.
Oh, stop it. You don't know that.
I read it off the same thing you did, Justin.
All right, here we go. I'm calling one Jay Brushwood.
The affectation of Old John Smokey.
The artist working over at Planetside 2. Let's see what he says.
Hello?
Blitz Quiz.
Butter Brother Parquet, this is your question. Which of the following is not a song recorded by Old John Smokey? Is it A, Papa Dern Raise No Weasel, B, Further Down the Line, C, Time on the Hill, D, Trolley to Talbot Park, or E, Smoketown City Junction? You have 3 seconds.
It's the trolley in Talbot Park. Boom.
Again, I still don't have access to the answers.
You do. You just got to click on him. There's a link to click on the answer.
That is correct.
Wait, Jay got it right?
He did.
That means you did not get a point, Brian.
That means I lost a point.
You lost a point.
I'm sorry.
Brian, you should have had better faith in me, bro.
All right, bye. Click. God damn it. I can't believe Jay got it. It was a question about Old John Smokey, and my brother, who never watches the show, got it right. I can't believe that.
All right, here we go. This is question number 3. This is to me. Which 2 states do not use the term county? Is it A, Alaska and Connecticut, B, Massachusetts and Connecticut, C, Alaska and Wyoming, D, Louisiana and Alaska, or E, Wyoming and Louisiana? I will say that the person does not know this.
Okay, well, you may be in luck because the person you called is our own Kuhan. We'll be calling Kuhan right now.
Take a dive, Kuhan.
How's he going to know the answer, though? Say hello.
Hello?
Blitz Quiz.
Kuhan, what two states do not use the term county? Is it A, Alaska and Connecticut, B, Massachusetts and Connecticut, C, Alaska and Wyoming, D, Louisiana and Alaska, or E, Wyoming and Louisiana?
I'm going to go Wyoming and Louisiana.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Wait a minute. So you bet he would not get it. And then he didn't.
Yeah!
Yeah, the
Nice
only
one,
loser here is you,
Nice
Brian.
one.
I am the only loser in the world. I'll tell you what.
Kuhan, well, played exactly to form.
At this point, I'll drop out. I'm going to say it's really a two-man race. It's only between you.
Oh, so
guys.
it's suicide. It's we go until we lose.
I think so. I think that's what it's got to be. Let's kick it back over to John Strickland.
John, here is your question. Which is not a chapter in the Diamond Club? Is it A, Summer Fun, B, Wub Wub, C, Nautilus Dives Deep, D, Sultrist, or E, Soviet Sex Toy?
I have such deep faith in your audience. I'm going to say they're going to get this one right.
Oh, wow.
I know. And if they get it wrong, they're going to have to buy a copy of that book and read it cover to cover and just dwell on how they let literature down.
It'll be interesting to see whether or not it happens because we are going to call none other than Steve McTilloturlerl. This is who we're calling right now. Let's see if he knows the answer to this question. Here we go.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to reach.
Justin Robert Young.
What the hell is that? What the...
Hello?
Okay, now, can I change my answer? Because this guy's going to get it wrong on purpose.
Oh, is this really
Hello?
Oh, my God.
Gaming the system.
Hey,
It's
caller.
me, Steve McTilloturlerl.
Blitz Quiz.
Caller, which is not a chapter in the Diamond Club? Is it A, Summer Fun, B, Wub Wub, C, The Nautilus Dives Deep, D, Sultrist, or E, Soviet Sex Toy? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Is it Sultrist D? Wow!
Wow. Hey, I got it right.
I swear to God, I did not look at that.
Another point. Even when you try and screw me, Justin, you can't win.
Oh, that's the greatest thing ever. That was amazing. That's amazing.
It wasn't me. It was Steve McTilloturlerl.
I'd like to just go ahead and accept the win.
Whoa! Hold on. We play things out here, Mr. Man.
Yeah,
Okay,
hold on. You haven't won yet. You still have to go up against Justin Robert Young in a round of sudden death match. All right, Justin, what's the next question?
Phone ready.
What was the first video ever posted to YouTube? Is it A, Brian eating fire, B, puppy cam, C, me at the zoo, D, banana phone, or E, lonely girl 15? Brian, who are we calling?
We are going to call Blockman Bing. This will be Blockman Bing. Is he going to have the answer or not? Justin?
Oh, I think he will not have the answer.
All right. Well, we're going to find out here shortly as we give him a call right now.
I actually do have that answer.
Blitz Quiz.
Hi. What was the first video ever posted to YouTube? Is it A, Brian eating fire, B, puppy cam, C, me at the zoo, D, banana phone, or E, lonely girl, 15? You have 3 seconds.
It's too easy. It's C, me at the zoo.
Yes! Yes! Wait, so you said...
Whoa! So that's it.
My win.
I choked. I choked on it. I put it right in my mouth and I choked on it.
You played the success sound. What was the correct answer?
No, he got it right. He got it right, which means I lose.
But you
because he bet against him.
Get it right. Okay, got it.
He got it right. I got it wrong. And that reminds me of my favorite Goosebumps. The one where the ants became a human. Why, it came down to one day when I spilled a bunch of gummy bears upon my sunroom. And then I drenched it in a bottle of port that I'd opened with my teeth. I'm R.L. Stine and I live alone.
All right, look, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Let's remind people once again, is.gd/Strickland will take you over to Jonathan Strickland's fantastic Kickstarter for mildly entertaining Tales of Astonishment, who we are totally thrilled was able to make it out to the show tonight. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed trouncing both you and Justin. We should do that again sometime.
I consider this episode my own personal anal harbor.
All right, man. Justin, you got anything to promote before we call it out?
No. Justin R. Young on Twitter. Go ahead and check out the Frog Pants super feed for my new Doctor Who podcast with Ashley Paramore. It's called Who's the Boss? You can find it there probably either today or tomorrow. And I think we're going to do a live stream right after the episode airs this Saturday. So keep in tune to my Twitter, Justin R. Young.
All right. Well, I guess that is it for this episode of NSFW. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Irma Gurd. I totally expect to see wonderful, wonderful things from you in the future, as long as you keep.
Crap! Also, Tall Beer, our friend with the homebrew.
Oh crap! Yep. That's worth
tinyurl.com/tallbeer. Okay. There's a lot in this episode. Sorry I didn't get to it until now. But we're going to harness the power of chat realm on this one. Totally freestyle. If you just go to that link, you'll find a dude who is participating in the Sierra Nevada beer camp. Basically, it's a bunch of videos that people make, and the winning video gets to go to a beer camp at the Sierra Nevada brewery, and one of their flavors, or I don't know, it's called a flavor, like they're in
flavors. Yeah, no, like it's a soda pop.
Beer. Now look at mine. Now at your beer. Was your beer made by someone as awesome as me? No. But could it be? Yes. Beers should be in pint glasses, should they not? Yes. Should they be made by someone who is pint-sized? No. They should be made by someone who is tall and awesome. So what do you want from a brewer other than to be tall? You want them to be knowledgeable. You! What is a sapphire?
Gemstone?
No, it's a hop. What is Columbus?
An explorer?
No, that's a hop. What about Muggle?
A hop?
No, that's a fuggle. A muggle is from Harry Potter. Good try. So what sort of beer knowledge do I have? I have enough beer knowledge for these awards for my brewing. Isn't that interesting? Yes, I believe so. But I'm also a rather interesting man in many other things. I'm a man of culture. Books, reading, words. There you are. But you know what's better than culture? A pirate. And what am I? I'm the best pirate at the chili cook-off. Amazing. They didn't even have that category, and I won first place. Adventure! Speaking of adventure, a man should have taste for risk, danger, and adventure. Smoky. Thank you. So for tall, awesome beer, you should have a tall, awesome brewer, and that's what I have to offer through all of this. Me. So for the inner award-winning pirate in all of you, the one that loves to have adventure and awesome taste and be wonderfully tall, because that's such a wonderful thing. Vote for me, because it's a vote for you, especially it's a vote for me, and not a vote for these tiny little pips.
All right, now let me just tell you guys, let me spin you guys a yarn. First night of Dragon Con this year, we are drunk, and we are sitting in in our room, and all of a sudden, a man who is impossibly tall makes his way in and brings what I would say is not only one of the best, easily the best homebrew that I've ever had, but also, yes, almost as tall as the impossibly tall Jason Howell, who is now
way
creepily
taller.
standing behind me.
Way taller than Howell. I'm sorry,
No,
Jason.
Yes. It brings easily the best homebrew I've ever had and one of the best beers I've ever drank in my entire life. It was, I mean, Brian, you were there. Vouch for this beer.
It was amazing, dude. It was magical. And it was like he took us on this tour. It was like a con game where he's just like, well, here's one that I'm rather fond of, and here's another that tastes of honeysuckle or whatever. And then finally he's like, oh, there's one more beer. I don't know if it's really up your speed. And then he busts it out, and it's the best thing we've ever tasted.
Yeah, it was, and I don't know what the specs are. I think he's in the chat room, but he'll give you all the deets on it. But it was incredibly alcoholic, and unlike a lot of those higher alcohol by volume beers, you couldn't really taste it. Like there was no kind of oh wow, I am drinking a lot of alcohol kind of taste to it. It was a chocolate chili stout, if I remember correctly, and it was magical. Magical, my friends. It made a magic world in my mind that I'm living to this day. I've become mayor of a magical town in my head because of this beer. It was
I'll
awesome.
tell you. All right, this is not even an exaggeration. By the time the evening was over, we were full on discussing where we were going to spend all the money when we created our very own Ben & Jerry's empire as the figureheads of something built upon the talents of Mr. Tallbeer himself.
We just wanted to be the Jerry Garcia to Ben & Jerry's. We just wanted the popular flavor or popular strain of his soon-to-be gigantic empire to be named after us. So that was our thing. As we said, listen, you go ahead, follow your dreams. This is great. You have the goods to do it. Just name this beer after the show. And so what he's going to do is once he goes to this beer camp, because he's great, that will be the first step to him getting not only the experience, but also the practical knowledge of how to open his own brewery. And not only are we making somebody's dream come true for the price of zip zero zilch to you guys, but this beer is so goddamn legit. And he says that he will have some, up here at the cottage, and hopefully we can figure stuff out for live events going forward. But check it out, tinyurl.com/tallbeer. Vote for him.
Yeah, and I guess that truly does mean that's it for this episode.
And if I promise someone something, please text me frantically right now so I can.
Dude, Buddha Cat loves watching NSFW.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, NSFW.
Dying of fire.
I love you.
I don't know, dude. That felt pretty good. It felt like a pretty good episode.
I still don't know that I'm here. All right. Well, I'm not wearing shoes. I feel very weird right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I was done being sick, and then the terror of being late has put me in a very weird position. And this is gonna be a very weird episode.
Did you not put on shoes because you were afraid?
No, I took them off because I'm being very weird right now. I don't know why.
Man, I ain't wearing no shoes either. You put those.
Look at those adorable feet. You have adorable feet, Brian. I just want to put them in ink and put them on crepe paper.
Doki doki doki.
I'm almost positive that I crashed on the way to Petaluma, and this is not real. I passed out of the wheel, and this is not actually what's happening. How is this a show? I'm so glad my brother left before this.
Hold on.
What are you doing, Bri?
What?
You just got really... Oh, there we go.
The host tonight's show.
Oh, this is...
Hey, everybody, it's me, Lefty the Toe. And me, Rowdy the Toe.
That went from very awkward to hilarious pretty quickly.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is gonna
And
be
yet sliding back to awkward.
So here's a special story. I once drew little happy faces on the bottom of each of the toes on my right foot and raised it slowly over the arm of the couch so I could wiggle my toes at my wife. And I said, happy toes. And she looked at me and said, you're an idiot. And then I raised my left foot, which I drew sad faces on. And I said, sad toes. Special day. Hey, there I am.
Ben Franklin wants to point out that he has his hand on his pen 15 right now. All right, can we begin the show? Let's begin the show.
Are you sure we haven't begun?
I don't know whether or not that's supposed to be on Brian's foot or if it's the best sensor bar ever.
I sincerely want to do an entire show with nothing but my feet puppeteering. It'd be amazing.